Long time no see. Today I'm going to show you how to share an internet connection from one Windows XP computer to another via infrared. For shits and giggles. Because this is impractical as heck. As you can see, we're connected via infrared. And I can access a web page via infrared. Let's get into it. How to connect two laptops running Windows XP via infrared, parallel or serial. The first thing you have to do is you have to have one laptop that's already connected to the internet. I am doing this via regular Ethernet. On that laptop you go to the Start menu, then go to Connect to and Show all connections. This laptop is running the German version of XP, so translate some things. You go to Create New Connection. Oh, the camera won't focus. Next, and then you create an advanced connection. You say allow incoming connections. And now you have to select your device. In this case, oh yeah, it's already selected. The infrared connection. You could also select a serial port or a parallel port. I'm only going to use the infrared connection. For now we will just not allow VPN connections, that's fine. And I suggest creating a user called iNet for internet access. You just go to add and then give it the username iNet and the password iNet2. Just enter iNet in all of them. Now, in this step you select Network Protocol, TCP/IP, and go to Properties. This is already entered, but would look like this. So you select TCP. You select the bottom option to enter TCP/IP address. This will be the address range the PC will allocate to the other computer. If there were many computers, this would be more important, but I will just be using 10.42.42.0 to 10.42.42.256. The first address will also be the address this PC has. I have also checked this box, I'm not sure if it's required. I think it's required. Then you hit OK and go to next. Oops, had to switch cameras there. I hope this still works. Anyways, now that we have set up the first part for the host computer, we will have to set up the client computer over here. This one is actually using English Windows XP, so I won't have to translate everything. We go to Connect to, and we go to Show all connections, just like on the other one. Then we say Create a new connection up here. This will open this. This will open this wizard. You will go to Next, set up an advanced connection to, and here you choose connect directly to another computer. We will be the guest. Next again. Now we have to give the connection a name. I will just call it IRNet enough. And here we will select our infrared port 2. If you use the parallel or serial port on the other computer, you would have to select that. You now can hit finish, and here you enter the credentials of the user you just created on the other PC. Enter our username, that was inet, inet in all caps, and our password was inet all lowercase. You can save this for everyone because like this is local connection, nobody's gonna steal that data. And you are now connected to the other computer. If we press the Windows key and R and enter CMD for the command line, now we can look at what our IP is. ipconfig. You see, it's a local IP. This IP only works between those two computers. There is no internet access yet. The other computer will have the first IP, that would be 10.42.42.0 in this case. And we can already ping him. Ping 10.42.42.0. As you can see, the pings are getting through to the other computer. Now, if this is all you want, for example, if you were to do LAN gaming, this one I would show you with Unreal Tournament, but this one can't run it because it's lacking a capable graphics card. So instead, what I will do over here is I will just start a quick HTTP server. You don't have to do this, this is just a demonstration, but I also launched a console with CMD. And earlier I have already installed Python and used pip to install the HTTP server package. So I can just run python -m http.server, and this will create a simple web server that's listening on port 8000. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes. Later we will set up an actual proxy so we can get on the internet with this one. But for now, this will show that these truly are connected like with a LAN connection, even though this one doesn't have a LAN socket anywhere, Ethernet socket. The other computer's IP address was 10.42.42.0, so we will enter in the address field http 10.42.42.0. If you are for whatever reason unsure of that IP address, you can just open the console on this PC and also type the ipconfig command I showed you earlier into that PC's console. And the port of the web server is 8000, so we also do port 8000. As you can see, we get a directory listing. Yeah. This means the connection between the two computers is actually working, and again, this is like they would be connected on a local LAN with an Ethernet cable, for example. They don't have a connection, this one doesn't have a connection through the to the internet yet, just a local connection between these two. But this is what we're going to fix now, because now we will configure a proxy server to run on this machine. So this machine will connect to this machine via infrared. Over that will be an IP connection. That connects to a proxy server running on this machine, and that will actually connect to the internet. It's a bit complicated, but this is what you have to do if you want to pull off this for some reason. Okay, now that we do have a connection between the two computers, we will have to set up a SOCKS proxy. So this one can actually access the internet via this one. I have already prepared a folder for this with all the required configs. I will be linking to a zip archive of this folder in the description of the video. The folder contains a program called 3proxy, which I will be using for that. The configuration file is quite simple. You can remove this this line if you do not need to resolve local IP addresses, for example, for, I don't know, a NAS on your home network. If you do want to resolve local addresses, assuming your router supports this, set it to the IP address of your router. That would be 192.168. Most likely 1 or 0.1 for the most common types of routers. If you don't need that, just remove this line. The second line will use Cloudflare's DNS servers. And this machine will act as a DNS proxy too. Down here we basically just allow everyone to connect to everything except the admin interface. This is very insecure. Don't do that. If you have this anywhere on a public network, don't. You can uncomment this line. Where is it? If you want to run it in the background as a daemon, or you can leave it commented out as I have, so you will have a little CLI window that you can close to stop the proxy. Okay, to start it, you just take the configuration file and drag it onto the 3proxy executable. And for the first time you will have to allow the firewall to not block it anymore. Now this system is all set up and we can go over to this one. You will go to the start menu, go to connect to, and then you right click on your already created infrared link and go to properties. Now you'll go to networking, select TCP/IP Internet Protocol, go to properties and set the IP address of the other PC. Assuming you have followed the tutorial, this will be 10.42.42.0 as the primary DNS server. You will leave the alternate DNS server empty. You click on OK, click on OK again. If you are currently connected, then you will have to disconnect and reconnect for the changes to take action. Otherwise, you're good. Now you go to the start menu again, go to control panel, and go to internet options. Assuming you haven't already entered the proxy as earlier, you will go to connections, IRNet. You'll select the IRNet or whatever you have called it, and go to settings, where you will select use a proxy for this connection, go to advanced, and enter the IP address of the other computer, in this case 10.42.42.0, as a SOCKS proxy. You will want to leave this box unchecked, so everything just goes via the SOCKS proxy. I've configured it so it also runs an HTTP and HTTPS proxy, but the SOCKS proxy is all you need, and so you only configure the SOCKS proxy, forcing all programs to use the SOCKS proxy. You hit OK. Also, put the checkbox here so you can still directly access the other computer if you need to. Then you hit OK and hit OK again, and Now you should be connected to the internet via infrared. Let's see. We open Internet Explorer and let's go to google.com. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Oops. You have to connect the connection first, of course. You go to Start, connect to IRNet. Yes. Maybe we will have to establish a connection before we can actually use the connection. Okay, let's try again. Oops. Okay, for some reason it didn't take it as a URL and used Bing. But as you can see, we are connected to the internet. Of course, there will be problems with modern servers. It's just how it goes. Figuring out how to properly use new websites on Windows XP will not be the topic of this video. But, as you can see, we are in fact online. Thanks for watching and have fun with whatever crazy use case you're going to use this for. Don't forget to have a good day. Bye!